Project 1134 Berkut, or Kresta 1, is a class of Russian guided missile cruiser built for the Soviet Navy, but then was later operated by the Russian Navy. This would be a 4-ship strong class designed to succeed the top-heavy kynda class cruisers. When designed, these vessels were considerably larger, more effective, and more reliable than the kynda class. These vessels would be 6,000 tons as standard and 7,500 tons fully loaded. They would be 159 meters long, with a 70-meter beam and a draft of 6 meters. They would be propelled by 2 shafts, being powered by 91 to 100,000 shaft horsepower going through 2 steam turbines. This gave the ship a remarkable top speed of 34 knots, with a cruising speed of 14. Her range would be about 10,500 nautical miles. And finally, the ship's complement would consist of 343 to 360 officers and enlisted personnel. The ship's radar fit is as follows. 1. BigNet early warning radar operating in the Charlie band. This radar has a range of 98.8 nautical miles. This radar is a 2D radar, meaning it is able to only detect contacts at distance, not height. 1. HeadNet Charlie early warning radar operating in the Echo Foxtrot bands. This radar has a maximum range of detection out to 100 nautical miles. It is able to detect contacts at altitude of 16.45 nautical miles. HeadNet consists of 2 emitter faces, one on a 30-degree angle. This has height finding capabilities, and again is able to detect out to 16.45 nautical miles. 1. Strut Curve early warning radar operating in the Echo Foxtrot bands. This radar has a maximum range of 150 nautical miles. This radar is also able to detect air contacts at an altitude of 9.87 nautical miles. This radar is a Cassegrain style radar, but is limited to detection of contacts in 2 dimensions. Due to the angle of the antenna emitting the radio waves at the reflector, this radar is able to only track air contacts or surface targets, not both. 1. Donkey Navigational Radar. This radar operates in the India band, and this is a Cassegrain style radar again, but this is able to detect contacts out to 25 nautical miles. 2. Peel Group India/Juliet band fire control radars. This is for SAN-1 Goa surface-to-air missiles. This radar can detect and track contacts out to 32 nautical miles. This emitter is built up of 5 parabolic emitters positioned on a single common head. 2. Bass Tilt fire control radars for the 30mm close-in weapon systems. This is operating in the India/Juliet band frequencies. 2. Muff Cob fire control radars for the twin 57mm anti-aircraft guns. This operates in the Golf/Hotel band frequency ranges. 1. Bullnose active/passive sonar, capable of detection out to 3.02 nautical miles. 1. Wolf Paw active high-frequency scanning sonar, capable of detection out to 1.76 nautical miles. 2. Cyglobe ESM receivers designed to jam enemy radars at long range to allow anti-ship missiles to be fired. 2. Bell Tap ESM emitters designed to intercept radio waves with a 2.5 degree accuracy, and this cues in with the Cyclope jammers. And Bell Clout ESM. This is less accurate than Bell Tap, but could intercept a wider ranges of frequencies. The ship's weapon systems are as follows. 2 twin SSN-3 Shadok anti-ship missiles. This is capable of firing out to 243 nautical miles. This weapon would fly at Mach 0.9, and this weapon system is capable of inertial guidance with mid-course via data link. There is also an active seeker which activates in the terminal phase, and this weapon system only carries the weapons for the launchers with no reloads. 2 twin-arm SAN-1 Goa surface-to-air missiles with 32 missiles per launcher, giving the vessel an overall complement of 64 missiles. The weapon system has a range of 11.8 nautical miles with a maximum altitude of 7.5 nautical miles. This weapon system is controlled by an active seeker head. 2 twin 57mm AK-725 anti-aircraft guns. This weapon system is located one on the port and starboard sides. This weapon system is able to fire at a range of 6.85 nautical miles theoretically, but practically this is 4.53 nautical miles. In anti-aircraft mode, the shell's fuse will detonate at a range of 3.7 nautical miles. The mount has one 550 round belt per barrel, and this would be able to fire at a muzzle velocity of 1020 meters per second. The mount is able to traverse 200 degrees either side of broadside at a rate of 35 degrees per second, with an elevation going from -12 to +85 degrees, with the rate of elevation being 30 degrees per second. 2 quintuple 533mm torpedo tubes for set 65 heavyweight torpedoes. These weapon systems have an active/passive acoustic seeker with an 800-meter homing range. This weapon system can travel at 40 knots to a maximum range of 21.6 nautical miles. The warhead is a 205 kg explosive charge with a contact fuse and a 10-meter radius magnetic proximity fuse. 2 RBU 6000 anti-submarine rocket launchers. This is a 12-barrel rocket launcher located on the forecastle, capable of firing a rocket out to 0.8 nautical miles. This weapon system has a sink rate of 11 meters per second down to a maximum depth of 500 meters. 2 RBU 1000 anti-submarine rocket launchers. This is a 6-barrel rocket launcher located abaft the hangar. This is capable of firing out to 0.54 nautical miles, and its weapon system has a sink rate of 11.8 meters down to a depth of 450 meters. Finally, rounding out the weapon systems, this vessel carries one Ka-25 Hormone helicopter. This has a range of 220 nautical miles, with a service ceiling of 10,990 feet. It is capable of a cruise speed of 104 knots and a maximum speed of 113 knots. It is capable of holding a dipping sonar and can carry a torpedo or two. 4 ships will be laid down between 1964 and 1966, with launch between 65 and 67, and final commissioning between 67 and 69. These vessels will be called the Admiral Zorzila, Vladivostok, Vice Admiral Drozd, and Sevastopol. They would have a career of about 30 years each, but it is not known much of what they did over those 30 years in open source articles. The Soviets would start construction of the Kresta II, which is built on the same hull with some small modifications, but they are more designed around the anti-submarine warfare role. Current open source intelligence suggests all vessels have been decommissioned between 1989 and 1994 and have subsequently been scrapped. Thank you very much for watching this video, everyone. I hope you learned something new today. If you have, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and if you like to see more of what I do, you can follow the Discord channel to see what's coming up next. And if you really want to, you can also support me on Patreon if you really would like to. There's a few perks with that one. But, as always, take care, have a nice day, I shall see you soon.